Getting outside to explore our parks is part of how we live in Wisconsin, and one popular spot regardless of the season is Dave's Falls Park in Marinette County. Cal made the trip north, is live in Amberg this morning with more. Hi, Cal.
Emily, good morning. Super excited for this morning because it's actually my first time at this park. So I'm really looking forward to when the sun comes up and we get to see more of it. But blessed to be joined by Matthew Schruck out here. He's the Parks and Facilities Assistant Director for Marinette County. Matthew, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Oh, happy you're here with us. Technically the off season out here.
It is.
Isn't it? But still a great spot to be. What's out here for people to enjoy?
Sure. So Dave's Falls County Park, we have Upper Falls and Lower Falls here. It's about a 46-acre park. We've got some trails, a beautiful bridge behind us, a great opportunity to see some waterfalls year-round.
Yep.
Obviously, right now it's a little bit colder, and that means that we're looking at some icy waterfalls out here.
And Matthew was gracious enough to take some photos for us yesterday and get those our way. So I believe we have those. We'll take a look at what the park looks like when the sun comes up, and we'll show that off a little bit later. But what do you think makes this park so special come wintertime?
Sure. So I think that really the waterfalls are beautiful year-round, but a lot of people don't think about going to waterfalls in the winter, but it's just a great opportunity. It's beautiful. It is definitely a little bit icy,
Sure.
so be sure to wear your ice tracks or anything like that if you're coming out. We suggest that. But it's an opportunity that a lot of people just don't take advantage of, and it's right off of US 141, just south of Amberg. Great opportunity. We have lots of parks like this, lots of waterfalls. Marinette County is the waterfall capital of Wisconsin.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Absolutely.
How many are out here?
So here we've got the Upper Falls and the Lower Falls.
Okay. No, and smaller ones like trickling off that technically count or no?
Well, it kind of depends on how you want to qualify some of those, but really here it's the upper and lower that we would talk about mostly. We do have a waterfall tour. That has 15 stops in Marinette County. So some areas that people might know are Strong Falls up in Goodman Park area, Veterans Falls down Crivets area, and those are available to see during the winter as well. So if you want to see some other icy waterfalls, we have opportunity.
Awesome. Matthew, thank you. There's something you learn every day. You go home, someone asks you what you learned today. There it is. As I said, guys, obviously we're going to get a chance to show off the park much more when the sun comes up. Hopefully the pictures did you justice and gave you a little tease. Matthew, thank you. We'll go back to you, Em.
Getting outside in the winter is part of how we live in Wisconsin, and that includes heading to our beautiful parks. Cal Larsen made the trip to Marinette County and joins us live from the popular Dave's Falls. Hi, Cal.
Emily, good morning. Beautiful park is right. We have some photos and videos we'll show you, but first we want to introduce Marinette County's Facilities and Parks Assistant Director Matthew Schruck, gracious enough to join us out here and talk about everything Dave's Falls Park has to offer. So Matthew, people want to come this way. First off, when can they? I know it's your down season, but you are open.
Yeah, so it is the down season. We have a few areas that we do try to keep at least somewhat accessible, of course, during the winter season, though. Dave's Falls County Park being one of them. And part of the reason is just because we've got some gorgeous waterfalls here that are great year-round, and we want to show them off. It's not every day that people get to see an icy waterfall, but happy that we were able to do that this morning together, and we got several areas like that around the county. Marinette County is the waterfall capital of Wisconsin. We got 15 stops on our waterfall tour, and so if you're interested at all in that, there's plenty to be found on exploremarinettecounty.com. As far as all our parks are concerned, we got Strong Falls at Goodman Park. We've got Veterans Falls over at Veterans Memorial Park. And those are just great areas. If you're interested in a Parks Pass, we have those for sale on the Marinette County website.
All right, perfect. We are going to look at some of those photos that Matthew took for us yesterday. So when the sun comes up, we'll get a chance to show those off this morning. I mean, Marinette County, of course, no shortage of things to do. This park specifically, people can come down and get nice and close to the falls, to the water, come walk the trails, have a good time out here this winter.
Absolutely. With the conditions out here, of course, it is winter. There is a lot of water, and some of that spray from the waterfall can, of course, leave a good sheet of ice. So we do recommend some cleats or ice tracks, whatever you got. But yeah, absolutely. If you're feeling adventurous, looking for something to do this winter season, this is the place.
A beautiful morning to do it. Beautiful day to do it today. We had some snow falling earlier, not too terribly cold to get out here. You had mentioned earlier that the park is beautiful year-round, but is there something maybe a little bit special about it in the winter? As you said, you get to see some icy waterfalls, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so as far as the as far as the winter is concerned, again, it's something that people just don't really think about. We have some great opportunities coming up as well. Actually, we have an event coming for Valentine's Day this year. Every year for the past, I suppose, few years at least, we've had a candlelight hike actually in the parks, and this year we're doing it on Valentine's Day up at Goodman Park, Goodman County Park, and so that'll be a great opportunity for people to just enjoy some of the waterfalls and have a good time together.
Yeah, and then there's nothing better than that. Matthew, thank you. We'll catch up with him a couple more times. Hopefully, the next time you see us, we'll get a chance to take those photos down. I know they look great, but we want to see it this morning up close in person. That's ahead for you.
I get you. All right, thanks, Cal.
Exploring our state parks is part of how we live in Wisconsin, even when the temperatures may be around single digits. Cal Larsen made the trip north to Amberg. He's checking out one of the state's most beautiful parks come winter time. All right, we can finally see things out there. Cal, show us around.
Rachel, we can finally see things, thankfully, and no single digits today, which is nice. If you were with us all morning, you saw some photos that our guest Matthew Schrock took for us yesterday and sent us, but Rachel, as you said, it's daylight now and we can see a little bit of the park. All right, Matthew, before we talk about the upper falls here that we're standing in front of, if people want to come this way, where is this park located?
Sure, so Daves Falls County Park is located on the west side of US 141, just south of Amberg.
Easy to find, very easy to find. So we are standing just on the shore here, on the ice rather, of the upper falls. Tell us a little bit about the falls here, Matt.
Sure, so Daves Falls has essentially two parts, the upper and the lower. It gets its name from a river crew boss from 1881 that lost his life trying to free a log jam. It's one of several county park areas that we have in Marinette County. Marinette County is the waterfall capital of Wisconsin. We're very proud of them. We have 15 spots on stops on our waterfall tour, and this is a fan favorite. This is a fan favorite.
I don't doubt that at all. And the water is flowing. You can hear it. It's flowing very, very powerfully, and not terribly difficult to get to if people want to come this way. Some spikes, some boots, I mean, what should they be thinking of if they're headed out this way?
Yeah, definitely. It's a natural area for the most part. So, you know, we're not shoveling. It's pretty well trodden down, but there is obviously some mist from the water that accumulates on the rocks. So we do recommend being careful, but going slow. And again, like you said, some of those cleats. But we have a lot of other areas too in Marinette County that you can come see. If you're interested in some icy waterfalls, something you might not typically think of, you could go to Strong Falls up at Goodman Park. You could go to Longslide Falls up by Pembine. You could go to Veterans Falls at Veterans Memorial Park over at Crivets. If you're interested, you could go to the Marinette County website. That's MarinetteCountyWI.gov, and go to the parks page for a parks pass. Perfect. Or if you're interested about what Marinette County has to offer in general, go to ExploreMarinetteCounty.com or on social media. Find out what we have going on. A couple great events coming on.
Matt, thank you so much. Finally get a chance to show off these beautiful falls and these beautiful parks. I do have a lower falls as well. We'll see if we want to trek through the woods and the trails and show that off for you guys. But again, one last look at the upper falls here, now that we have some daylight at Daves Falls Park here in Marinette County. Just a beautiful morning out here, Rachel.
Yeah, beautiful, no matter the season. Thanks, Cal.
Getting outside in the winter is part of how we live in Wisconsin, whether it's snowshoeing, skiing, snowmobiling, or hiking. We love our winter activities. Cal Larsen is no stranger to Wisconsin winters and joins us now from Marinette County with more. What are you up to, Cal?
No, I am not a stranger. We are doing some hiking of our own this morning. We're at Daves Falls County Park. Hey, you head this way. Here's what you're gonna want just to help you out. Some creepers that you might want on the bottom of your shoes. And our guest, Matthew Schrock, here with us with Marinette County Parks and Facilities. He's got a pair as well that he's had on all morning, because Matthew, you head out this way. Just a couple things to worry about in terms of ice and safety.
Definitely. So it is a natural area, and that being the case, we're not doing a whole lot of shoveling, we're not doing any salting, a lot of rocks, but there is obviously a bunch of water behind us, and it's been a bit of a warm season. So that being the case, there is a solid sheet of ice on basically everything. So definitely we encourage people to show up and be adventurous and enjoy the scenes, but definitely be careful while you're out here.
Absolutely, always top priority, and there is a lot to enjoy. You guys are getting a look at the lower falls here at Daves Falls County Park. We showed off the upper falls. A little bit of a different view here, Matt. The other one's a little bit more open, flows down a little farther. This one kind of shoots right through the gap, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. It's a larger flume. It's probably, I don't know, at least 50 yards as far as length. a little bit tricky to get some of the full view of it, but it's a beautiful area.
Yes, it
for
is.
Sure.
And we're doing our best to show it all off. And Matt was gracious enough to show us take some pictures for us yesterday, and we showed those off as well. All right, Matthew, for the people who want to come this way, how do they find you, and when can they come out here now that you're kind of in your off season?
Sure. So as far as finding the park specifically, this one is off of US 141 just south of Amberg on the west side of the highway there. As far as finding our department, there's a couple different ways. There's the MarinetteCountyWI.gov, and then go to the parks page, or there's ExploreMarinetteCounty.com.
Perfect.
As far as the access to the parks, it is technically the off season, but again, we encourage people to come out. If you're interested in the Parks Pass, you can get a hold of us with the county there through the Marinette County, Wisconsin, MarinetteCountyWI.gov page.
Awesome. Matthew, thanks for sticking with us this morning.
Thank you.
What an awesome spot. We had some snow earlier. It's not too cold at all. Again, head this way. Keep safety top of mind. It is slick out here, but it is a beautiful spot to come check out this winter. Emily?
Absolutely gorgeous. All right, thanks, Cal.